welcome to Kahoot 101 webinar. So this is a basic webinar session, and it's for anyone who wants to learn more about how to get started with making, sharing, and hosting Kahoots at work, and hopefully we'll also have some fun in the process. So in case you were wondering, this is a basic session that we have every fourth Wednesday of the month, which is going to continue into 2024. So we have an exciting lineup for the new year. So keep posted on that. So make sure to sign up for our events. So for those of you who don't know, namely you, Sophie, what is Kahoot? Well, we are the leader in gamifying learning in the workplace. And that means both in-person, virtual training sessions, meetings, events, and everything becoming more engaging with Kahoot. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, then you will understand this image, that it really is more than just a quiz. And fun fact, 97% of the Fortune 500 companies are Kahooting. And there are many ways to Kahoot, mainly a lot of our customers use this in the at work segment for training, but you can also use it for presentations and meetings, partner and customer engagement, upskilling, onboarding, team communication, culture, and many, many more. So we want to make learning fun. So how are you feeling today? So if you use your phone to move the image around, that should land you in the right place. Fantastic. It's good to see, Sophie. All righty, so then we'll move on. So a little bit of a poll question. Sophie, how well do you know Kahoot? Very nice to get a breakdown if there were more players in this. To quickly see, how you're feeling about it. So you played it. Fantastic. But do you currently have a Kahoot subscription? Do you have a paid account, a free account, or not at all? Okay, you have a free account. Well, just to let you know that some of the features that we look at today may not be included in the free account. So the account that I have is Kahoot 360 Pro. So there are many more things within that. So yeah, so hopefully you can get a little bit of inspiration with that. So what is your favorite food for this time of year? So fun fact, what you're looking at are called, I think it translates into fluffy cats. These are katte. And today is the 13th of December, as you know, and it's Santa Lucia Festival here in Norway. So plenty of these around the office, and the kids are celebrating in white costumes. Cheese raclette, love it. That's one of my favorites. So I love to see what cozy foods everyone likes to eat at this time of the year. Okay, so just to give you a breakdown of what's going to happen today. So this session will last around 30 to 45 minutes, and it's essentially introducing you to Kahoot at work. So what we want you to do is to experience training through a live Kahoot, which is what we are doing now in this wonderful winter mode. Learn how to navigate through the platform and how to create a Kahoot, and also learn how to host Kahoots in a live and self-paced setting. And all being well, you're going to have some fun in the process. So if you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the chat. Anna is super on it, as always. So yeah, we will continue. Oh. Hello from Tunisia, or to Tunisia. So you can still join the game by typing in the pin at the bottom by visiting kahoot.it. Yeah. So what are you hoping to get out of this training today? I left a little bit of time, hopefully, for other participants then when they're joining to give us some feedback. Fantastic. Well done for getting into the game so quickly. So let's see. To know how to use Kahoot effectively, great. Learn more about how Kahoot works to see if we can buy some pro access to during customer training on our products. Okay, well, happy to help with that. And again, if there are any questions, please post them in the chat and we'll try to address them a little bit later in a Q&A session. And yeah, of course, this question type is very good at getting feedback in a very, very quick way from a large audience. So yeah, super interactive. Yeah, so true or false, is this the last one-on-one webinar session of 2023? It is indeed the last one of the session. So well done for getting that. Yeah. We do have an exciting lineup coming up for 2024. In fact, I think our next webinar is a deep dive on January 10th, where we're going to be looking into how to do kickoffs for the new year. So that should be a lot of fun. So please do join and visit our webinar session pages. Okay. Yeah. So Sophie, you're in the lead with 0 points, but yeah, this can all change very, very soon. All right. So yeah, there are 11 different question types with a Kahoot Pro account, in case you're wondering what the difference is between the free and the Pro. Of course, the question types, we've broken them up into 2 sections, so you can either test knowledge or collect opinions, which is great, especially if you have a large audience. You can get opinions back from people in a really quick and efficient way. And of course, it's nice to hear people out. So our brainstorm question type is amazing for that as well. And it comes with points because people get to vote on each other's answers. And of course, Kahoot is fantastic for creating engaging presentations. So you can either deliver these presentations through Kahoot. We have lots of formats in there that you can work with to create slides, or you can import your own slides as well from PowerPoint. So it's a very versatile way of making your presentations engaging. And did you know, fun fact, that you can also have self-paced Kahoots or assignments, so an asynchronous way of giving out Kahoots to people and learning. So if you're wondering, how does it all work? So what I want you to do is stay in the game. We're just going to pause it, and I'm going to give you a little walkthrough of the platform in my account. So I'm going to take you to my library section. So this is my homepage that you can see here. So I am now in my team workspace, as you can see here, as opposed to my private workspace. So the reason why I'm showing you this is it's very important if you're working in a team setting that you work in your team workspace so you can share and collaborate with other members of your team. We at Kahoot, we like to share things. So we have a customer success at work workspace where I would share things with Anna, and Anna will share things with me to make our lives easier and more fun at work. Yeah, so just to kind of give you a little bit of an overview of what you can see here. So of course, on the left-hand side, you have the Discover section, library, reports, groups, and marketplace. What I want to show you today, this is brand new and was just launched literally yesterday in the Discover section. And for those of you that are free users, you'll be happy to know that there are now free resources available for professionals. And this is great because you have lots of ready-to-use content in here that's applicable to you in a work setting, anything from brainstorming your company Christmas dinner to end-of-year events that are ready to play. And of course, if you want to customize the content, you can find templates that you can then duplicate and use as your own. So this is a fantastic place to get inspiration, play Kahoots on your own. And of course, this is created by us, Kahoot at Work. So I am, of course, following this channel because they have a lot of great stuff on here and free stuff for professionals just like you. So do check out this channel in the Discover tab. What you'll also find here is, of course, the library. And when I talk about sharing, that's a very important place to keep things in your team folders, for example, where you can share things with your team. So we have folders here for our webinars, for onboarding. We even have a bit of Friday fun, events, retrospectives. So in your team folders, you can organize content that's relevant to you and your team. And of course, reports. When you work in your team workspace, all of the reports then sit for the team in here as opposed to your private space. So that's another important reason to keep working in your team space, so you don't lose sight of what's happening within the company. And groups, this is another way to organize your information. So you can create a group that's relevant to a particular subject area, particular department. Another thing about groups is you can invite people from outside of your organization to collaborate with you as well. So it's another fun way of organizing content within your team. Yeah, so as you can see here, there are quite a lot of groups within our space. So another thing I want to mention, and I think is really good within the desktop version of Kahoot here, is the help channel. So this takes you straight to things that are frequently asked from our users, such as how to create a group, how to change the group settings. But it's also great to go to our knowledge center or to even suggest a feature, because we always want your feedback, because it's very, very important to us. But then how do you create a Kahoot? Well, simply go up to the top right-hand side, click create. And as you can see, if you have a Kahoot Pro account, you get different options. You can either start with a basic Kahoot, you can create a story or a course. For more information about stories and courses, you can definitely check out our deep dive webinars on that. Yeah, but we'll start today with Kahoot. So of course, we want to help you get started. So there are 3 ways that you can create a Kahoot. You can either create a Kahoot using the AI question generator, which is powered by Microsoft Azure. You can start from a blank canvas if you're already inspired and know exactly what to do, which is great. Or you can start with one of our pre-made templates. I'm going to start with the pre-made templates because it's one that I particularly like for this time of year, and that's the end of year event. So as you can see, this template has questions already put in there for you that, of course, you can modify and you can move around. But it's a great place for you to start and to get some inspiration. And it also gives you a great way to use all of the different question types that are available to you. Of course, you can always add slides to this Kahoot. You can create a slide from the media that we have built in. You can upload your own slides by importing them. You can add questions as well by going into the question bank, and this is generated by users on the platform. And of course, the question generator is included in there on an individual question level. So you could put in your topics such as Christmas trivia, end of year trivia. And this is brand new. This has been launched today, that you can upload a PDF that can also generate questions for your Kahoot. So then you're happy with all of your questions and you think, okay, I'm ready to go with this Kahoot. Of course, if you go into the settings, you give yourself or give this Kahoot a nice title. So make sure it's something catchy and easy to find, and a little description of that. So for other members of your team, they can get an overview of what this Kahoot is. And of course, where you save that in your team folders is a good place if you want to share it with your team. You could upload a different video here from YouTube if you want to replace the lobby video. For this particular one, it's Christmas themed by default. So the lobby music is Christmas, but you can change that as well as the other settings in here. Another thing to note as well is the visibility of your Kahoot. If you make it unlisted, then you can send it to other people to use this Kahoot. Or if the visibility is within your organization, everybody within your workspace can see this. If you want people to be able to use this Kahoot and modify it, then of course, allow duplication. Yeah. And of course, if you want, you can change the theme. We have a lot of themes here at Kahoot. I think now it's 44 now or 43, adding the winter mode to it. You can add your own theme for your team, your own personal theme. Or as I have here, the Northern Lights is the theme that's featured in our winter mode today. So I'm going to save that. And then, of course, I get the option to start the game. So just to show you how that works. Yeah. So as you can see here, I'm presented with different ways that we can play this game. And because of the plan that I'm on, I can have up to 2,000 players in this, I beg your pardon. But of course, you have the classic mode and team mode, which is great for team building exercises and get a bit of competition amongst the teams there. But there are other ways to play, such as the winter holidays mode that I have today. And other modes that you have in here include Robot Run. This is also brand new, launched today. There's so many exciting things that have been launched literally this week in Kahoot. These are lots of fun ways to explore games within Kahoot. But of course, if you want to be able to monitor progress, I would recommend that you do classic mode, team mode, or winter holidays mode. So if I select winter holidays mode, of course, I always get the option to go back to classic, and you get a nice description in all of the game types. What is involved? Is it interactive? Is it solo-led? Is it teacher-led, etc.? And whether or not there's an evaluation tool available in this. And then start the game. Of course, you can change the settings in here. That's very, very important. So in the settings tab, show questions and answers. I recommend that you keep this on just in case you're presenting with a very small screen. Maybe there are visibility issues amongst your participants. So it's the best way to ensure that you're including everybody, or at least as many people as possible within the game. Player identifier, it's really up to you. This depends on whether or not you want to know who the people are involved in the game, if you want to send them out some merch, if they manage to get to place number 1 on the podium, or if you want to combine their scores for tournaments and whatnot. And of course, you can change the theme again here. You can change the music, randomize the order of questions if you like. Autoplay, I don't generally recommend this when you're doing a live Kahoot with slides. Speaking from experience, I would leave this one off if you're doing a presentation. And of course, it's always nice to get reactions back from your audience, so you can turn on slide reactions for all of the slides. Personalized learning, if you turn that on, it works very well with player identifier, because it means that anybody who maybe didn't get a question right can then come back to this Kahoot later. So it's very good for reinforcing knowledge. And of course, security and privacy are very, very important. So for whatever reason you think it's better for people to generate nicknames, then we have a nickname generator tool, which of course generates nice nicknames, not naughty nicknames, and two-step join just in case you have people who'll be joining from outside. Yeah. So that is how you create your Kahoot. So then we can go back to the Kahoot that we were playing earlier. Just going to leave this and back we go. Yeah, so slider, this is double points. So Sophie, you could still be in it to win it. So how many question types does Kahoot offer? Okay, very good. Ta-da, somebody got it right. Let's see. No?
Sophie says sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, wow, we got 4 people here now. Where did you all come from? All right, but Sophie, you're still in the lead regardless, right? So yeah, we're all rooting for you. But hi, Diane, hi, Verdi, and hi, Ferdy, and hi, Sunset Delo. It's lovely to see you. And I hope you haven't missed too much from the beginning. I hope you got the important bit, and that is how to create a Kahoot.
Sophie was really close, she said.
Yeah, okay, next time, Sophie, you can do it. All right. Okay, this is a double point question. Self-paced Kahoots would be a great tool for. non-trainer-led knowledge updates, pre-training evaluation, post-training surveys. And this might be a little bit of a trick question. The more that you get right, the more points you get. Oh. Okay. Actually, self-paced Kahoots can be used for all of these use cases, but it's good to see what do you think? All right, Sophie, you did it. Okay, and Rams, welcome to the leaderboard. Okay. Okay, so as I said before, there are additional game modes for live interactions. It really just depends on whether you want to evaluate or whether you want to have a bit of fun. So do obviously feel free to explore these other game modes. They're a lot of fun. I personally love playing Tallest Tower with the team here at Kahoot. But yeah, there's a lot of game modes in there. So do explore. So multi-select question for double points again, so it could all change. How are companies around the world using Kahoot? And this could also be a bit of a trick question. So the more right answers you get, the more points you get. A little bit of a pro tip. Fantastic. I love it. Okay, so let's see. What does the leaderboard look like now? Ooh, it's getting very close there. Sophie, Rams is catching up with you. Annie just joined the game. Okay, so do you have any questions? No. Anna says no. No questions. That's amazing. Okay. All right, just a little bit of a poll here, but how well do you feel you know Kahoot now? A lot better, same as before the webinar, or slightly better? I'm expecting answers from, wow, okay. Well, that's good. It would be terrible if it was same as before the webinar. I wouldn't be doing a good job here. So I'm glad that it was a lot better, slightly better. I guess I need to work on my game a little bit here. Okay. So if there was one takeaway from today's session that you got, please post it in the poll here. Well, let's see. How Kahoot shared interface works. Amazing. Yeah, that's very important actually to know that, to navigate your way around. So that's great. Thanks for the feedback. So in future webinars or for our deep dive sessions that are coming up in the new year, is there anything that you think you would like to learn more about in those webinars? Is there any particular aspect of Kahoot that you'd like to dive deeper into? Would you like to learn more about how to put PDFs in Kahoot and generate questions? Or maybe how to make presentations more engaging? Or get some inspiration for use cases at work? Like, there's a lot of thinking going on there. It's the end of the year, a lot to reflect upon. Or maybe how to do a retrospective Kahoot. They're very popular with our product teams. Or if there's something that you feel like you might have missed today that you want us to cover again, then do feel free to post it, or something that maybe went by a little bit too quickly. Got a lot of time for this question because I do think that big thinking takes time. Okay, sorting the idea. Of course, if there are more ideas here, then our fantastic AI tool will sort that and categorize it for you on the screen. So creating or learning communications materials on top of the assessments. That is really good feedback, actually. Thank you. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to wish you some happy Kahooting. And yeah, again, the chat's still open if you want to post anything else in there that you may have forgotten. But yeah, it was an absolute pleasure having you on our Getting Started with Kahoot webinar today. So let's go to the podium. Diane, well done. You got on the podium with 0 points. And Rand, there you go, number 2. Today's winner is Sophie. Well done, Sophie. You got there, and yeah, it was amazing. So I hope you guys had fun, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you again in our deep dive webinar series in the new year. So goodbye from and goodbye from Anna. Yeah, festive cheer for the end of year.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.